I feel like when you come from a humble background, you feel like something is always chasing you and you're not able to sleep if you're not making money or trying to do well. So yeah, that thing is like, you know that in 2-3 years you'll be okay. Yes. But even at that moment, if you're not okay at that moment, you feel like something's chasing you. You need to wake up and go look for money. I feel like it's the same thing, because I don't think I've missed work for the last, since we set up the practice, or even before I worked for any other reason. Maybe I've taken leave a weekend, nashikanisha Friday, narudi Monday, but ever been away from work for a month or 2 weeks the way people do? A few years ago, until now, we came into the picture. Medicine and dentistry was very guarded. Serious. Yeah, it was very guarded. Yes. So the older generation could not fathom a doctor dancing on TikTok. What is that? Or marketing online. Yes. They could not. But then what do? Them, they have county jobs. As we are young people, we are trying to get out of the block. And times have changed. And times have changed. And this is what we can do. And them, they have all the clients, because they set up many years ago and everyone used to go to them. Yes. So we are trying to get something for ourselves. So me and my nurse, we had been employed by the doc. We just it was just the two of us. And we bonded. We became like really close. Because we just spent time, just me and her in the clinic. There was no one else in the clinic. There were no clients. So I used to tell her, sikonja tufanye dance challenge moja tuone how this would go. So we did a TikTok dance with her. My first ever TikTok video, we clocked around 200,000 views. You see, if you have a plan, if you have clarity of vision, you'll get to wherever you want to go. If you have clarity of vision. Yeah, you probably get to where you want to go. Yeah, because if you know what you're focused on, and you do a good plan, you'll probably get there. So trust the process. One day your life is gonna change. Keep on believing. You will be better than before. So trust the process. Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Inspire Global, and we are sitting in this couch with one inspiration person. I have to say, over the holiday season, I saw his video and they had pulled up at his mom's house with these 3 cars, and he was saying this is the first time they are doing that. And for me, I was like, this is actually beautiful, because I think the dream for every person has always been to just show their parents, Mom, this is what you did, Dad, this is what you did, and this is where I am right now. And I'm hoping his story gets to inspire you, because guys, me, I love when I see people growing. I love when I see people say, you know what, I'm out of this place, it's time for me to go and start something of my own. And you know what we say on this segment, there is absolutely no shame in hard work. So I'm about to need you to get your notebook and your pen, so that you can also be able to note down the inspiration that is going to come from this incredible man. But you know, we have to pay bills on this platform. So I want to say thank you so much to our people at Kings Developers Limited for always coming through. It's another year, 2024, and we are walking the journey together. And today I'm just going to keep it short. If you are looking to owning a home, why don't you visit them? Very ISO certified with beautiful, apartments, flexible payment plans, and you can always go to them at Prism Towers and tell them Lynn sent me. Show me what you got, my people at Kings Developers Limited. And also to say thank you to my team. Guy, 2024 imeanza we. Anyways, all good. I don't get to do this alone. Thank you so much to my team and to you guys for always subscribing. And I hope we do a lot of inspirational shows. And of course, to super producer mwenyewe Edwin for coming through. I love seeing growth. So Edwin, kudos on this one. Na sasa Doc, karibu sana kwetu. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
How's 2024?
It's going on well.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you have to be positive about everything.
Yes.
Yeah, so it started well.
Yes.
Yeah, even if it's not so well, it started well.
It started well.
Yeah.
But I know you as Doc, but to the people who are watching, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah. So my name is Naftali Masharia. Yeah. I am a dentist. I've been practicing for close to half a decade now. I co-own a practice with my best friend.
Yeah.
He's called Dr. Johnston. It's called The Dental Spa. It's in Chiromo.
In Chiromo.
Yes.
How is it though running a business with your best friend, because experiences are different sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes watu huko sana kwa biashara wanasemanga urafiki saa ingine na biashara haziendanishi. So how is it like though running a business together with your best friend?
Yeah. So him is a very nice guy, and I also believe I'm a nice guy. I also believe I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
So like ni wale watu wana mambo mingi. They really just want to make it in life. I really just want to make it in life. Circumstances brought us together. We met in school. So of course, even if we don't tell each other, I know we vetted each other, and we know that together running a business, we'll go really far together. So it's not been easy, because in dental school, you are not taught how to run a practice. They basically teach you how to work on a patient and everything else. So out here, if you're starting a practice, if you're going to do social media, any other venture you go into, that's on you. You have to do your own research. You have to look for mentors to mentor you. So you're basically not taught how to run a practice. So we are learning on the job, and I think so far we are trying.
Oh, that's quite an important point.
Yeah.
In school, they don't teach you
they
how
don't
to
teach
run
you.
a business.
They don't. There's no topic or unit called practice management or anything. Maybe they have introduced that, but when you were there, it was never there.
So they just release you to come and work on kwanza naogopa meno. I don't have this meno right here. And I just hear when I grow old, my skin will start sagging. It won't happen.
Yes,
all right.
I'll sort that out.
No, no, I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah,
it's an honor to get to interview you.
Yeah.
And I know at the end of the day, the goal is to inspire as many people as possible. But I like taking it back, to growing up, because I always say for us to be inspired 360, we must be able to understand your story.
That's
maybe
true.
From a point you are comfortable in, could you take us there growing up, and did you think you are going to become who you are right now?
Okay, so I grew up in Kijabe. You know Kijabe, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I grew up in Kijabe. That's in Kiambu, towards the border of Kiambu and Nakuru, Kiambu County, Nakuru County. My parents relocated there for work. They've originally come from Othaya. So most of the time I'm always in Othaya with my grandparents. Yeah. But now I was born and raised in Kijabe. My mom's a teacher there. My dad used to be an accountant in Kijabe as well. So I went to all those schools in Kijabe. There's the Kijabe Nursery School, Kijabe Primary School. Then I went to the church. Yeah. High school nilitoka.
Okay.
High school I went to Kiambu High. But growing up, we had three of us. We had three siblings, my mom and my dad. So growing up was not... from my memory, it was a good time. It was a good time. I was just a child who used to play a lot. Yes. My mom used to teach in the primary school, so she used to be my teacher in the primary school. So of course I would see her every day. My brothers were in the same primary school, although they were like 4 and 5 years ahead of me. Yeah. Raised in church, because Kijabe is a mission center. So there is AIC Kijabe Mission Church. So we are always going to church. You're always in those church groups, children group, teenage group, youth group. Okay. As you grow up, your mom is a Sunday school teacher. She's a primary school teacher, Sunday school teacher, church elder. So you're always in the church. So everything was okay until around 2007. So when my dad passed on suddenly from sudden illness. And then my brothers were in high school at that point, and I was in class 7, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I was in class 7. So maybe I was around 10, 11, I was 12 actually. So I didn't really process that, because you're in school, you see your mom every day in school. So, okay, something has happened, something has changed. So now that really, at the first few years, I probably didn't process that until I went to high school. And then when you go to high school, that's when you see a change now. Because now you're more grown, you're able to process things better. You're able to see like the differences now, or the impacts something in your life happened that has now. So at that point I was like, oh, okay, so this is affecting like this. Maybe there's not enough school fees. Maybe there's not going to be this, because I can't get everything that I need. So you start seeing those things. And when you're young, you're not able to really say, oh, okay. But then when you're a teenager, you're able to see, now I don't have this, this one has this. I don't have this, one has this. When you're a child, it really doesn't matter. As long as there's a ball around and all of you will kick,
you're good to go.
mko sawa. But now in high school, you find maybe your suitcase is not full, like your friend's suitcase. Maybe you don't have enough snacks. Maybe you don't have enough money to spend on break time and stuff like that. So it's limited, stuff like that, yeah. You also, I mean, I don't want to say these things are big things, but you can see people are being visited by this caliber of people, this caliber of cars and stuff like that. So you're like, oh, okay, it would be nice to have that, but you don't have that. And so, and because you know what you want. So for me, it started towards the end of high school. That's why I was like, I have to get out of the block and I also have to get these things. Yeah, and it's not about getting material things. It's just that I want to live a good life and I want my mom to live a good life when she retires. Yeah, so it's nice to have nice things, and it's nice to live a comfortable life, and there's no sin in that.
There's no harm in that.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah, so that's how now I grew up. Yeah, up till high school now.
Okay,
yeah.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Because I've struggled with that a lot, where you want to come out of the block so that you can give I grew up with my mom, right?
Yeah.
Also, my dad passed on, but also we were not together. So they were not together. So I majorly grew up with my mom.
Yeah.
But there's always that thing, like you want to get out of the block
so
you can help your mom out.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, your mom is like, I don't want you to help me. I want you to go and make something good
for yourself.
Did you struggle with that?
I did. Now is when I see it. She doesn't really want us to do things. They're like, yeah, enjoy these things now because we are here because now of you, because of your hard work. But I knew, like, my number one motivation was always my family, her, and then I come second. And then everything else comes after that, yeah. So even at work, so everything I do is her first, me, and then the career.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's not giving you that sit down. I don't want you doing this because I got it from my mom.
She does. You just ignore.
Because I'm gonna give you everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
All
yeah.
right.
So you just ignore. Yeah. Yeah. So the thing is to provide for her.
Yes.
So she enjoys her sunset years and to also now enjoy mine as well. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But as you are navigating teenagehood, obviously, they say a father figure is very much important in your life.
Yeah.
Who filled that gap? And how do you think your mom also coped with grief of losing the her soulmate?
Yeah. She really tried to mask. Because now my brothers were in high school. So them after... And it happened around August. It was like a school holiday. So the burial happened and everything. So they went back to school. So I hope they were okay because there were two of them. They were in the same high school. Yeah. And then now I feel like even if God does something to you, he also leaves you in a certain place. So now my brothers were not in individual schools. By chance, they were in the same high school. So they probably comforted each other, I hope. I should ask them.
Yes.
Yeah. And then me, I was left in school with my mom. I was staying with my mom. So it was them two and us two back at home. Of course, you could see sometimes maybe it was overwhelming her a bit, but she really tried to mask that and to make me feel as comfortable as possible. There were days where there was tears and all, but she really, really tried. Yeah, she's a really prayerful woman and I've learned that from her, but she really, really tried to mask that from me. So now, mtoto no kijiji again. So one of my dad's brothers stepped up. I call him my uncle dad because he really came in and he was a father figure there. He would randomly visit, like he's just come. He would check in on us and we developed a really good friendship with him. So a lot of now masculine energy and any way that I act as a man or even how I drive or even what scent I use, I now picked it up from him because I was always with him. He would take me to go visit his daughters to school.
Yes.
Would always run errands together. He helped me with my school fees when I was in uni. So now that it was the father figure. Of course, all my other uncles as well tried. My brothers also tried, but yes, they were in high school. I was in primary school. They went to uni. I was in high school, but they were really there for me. They would teach me things here and there. Yeah, but in terms of a father figure, I would say my uncle did. Yeah, did that. Yeah,
he did that.
Yeah.
Any troublesome years where you felt? Because I think for me in Form 2, I was acting out.
Yeah.
Because I feel sometimes when you've not processed something,
you
move with it the next stage. So I found myself in Form 2. I would even look at a teacher like this.
Yeah.
Why am I projecting at my Swahili teacher though, you know?
Yeah.
But then later on is when you realize there
Yeah.
was a lot of unprocessed trauma.
A lot,
Did you experience any those troubled years?
Yeah, I
they
don't think
might Dr. Naf, the good kid from from the word go.
Yeah, I don't think it ends even today. There's still some days that you actually still feel some type of way about it, because you ask yourself, what if, how would it have been different? Would the memories have been better? Do you see people in the supermarket shopping, a whole nice family, and you're like, I missed that.
Or your friends with laptops and
exactly. Yeah, say, I missed that. Yeah, so it's still there, but in high school as well, that's when it hit me as well. So I'll be like, sometimes I was just angry or secluded or quiet. So I resorted to reading books. So I'd always read. I was in the library reading, even in university. Because if I'm not reading, then I don't know where I am, because I'll think about it and it will disturb me. That's something that people never talk about, or people don't know. You always think about it probably every single day, especially when you're a teenager. And when you're seeing these things from a different perspective, from other people's perspective, you're like, oh wow, maybe I'm missing that, I've missed that, and then you think about it, yeah. And then when you're young, okay, I don't know if there was therapy. I don't think there was in Kijabe that time.
But for me, my English teacher, he gave me that therapy indirectly.
Yeah.
He used to see something, but he would just call me, give me books, and just talk to me.
Yeah.
So I think he was actually offering that therapy, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
It was therapy.
It was therapy, yeah. Yeah, I think maybe the same, you could see people supporting you, people being nice to you. In retrospect, it looks like, after you've pointed out, it looks like that was therapy. But I never really got a chance to sit down with someone and ask me, how are you processing this? How is this going on? Are you okay? I have no recollection of that. Yeah.
Even now?
Even now, I've never. Yeah. Tried therapy once, I never went back.
Why?
I don't know, it was overwhelming.
I have done it. I feel like the first day of therapy is the hardest.
Yeah.
I feel like the first day of therapy is the hardest.
Yeah.
But I think the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm a very avoidant person.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I'd rather just work hard than talk about those things.
Yes.
I'll mask it up, but I know it's not the right way to do. Yeah, probably
something
talk to someone about it.
Later on.
Later on.
All right.
Yeah.
Uni?
Uni was nice.
Good.
So I finished high school. I went to Kiambu High.
Yeah.
I got good grades, but I missed cutoff point for dentistry by a point. So that means I couldn't do dentistry regular. So in uni, in public uni, you have two programs, regular and parallel. So regular is very affordable for everyone. And I knew if I got into regular, my mom would be able to afford that. Yeah. So I missed by a point. And then now I didn't know what to do. Like I was in a cul-de-sac in a Gina Rock and a hard place. So I was really determined to do this thing, to become a doctor. And I really wanted to become a dentist. At first, I wanted to become a normal medical officer, a normal doctor. But towards the last years of high school, someone changed my mind, and now I wanted to become a dentist.
Talk to me about that, because I think we've all struggled at that point where we want to choose careers.
Yeah.
Me, I moved from wanting to to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I always knew I wanted to do this too, but I was very conflicted between doing this and law. So how did that person guide you? And how did you become, like very strong at, I want to become a dentist?
So the environment around you really influences you. Like if you stay here, 10 of you people, someone will start picking something from one another. It will become like that. So growing up in Kijabe, there's a lot of influence because there are so many schools. So you can go to education. There's a big hospital. You can go to healthcare. There's the church. You can go into that as well. Yeah. So at first I wanted to become a pilot. That didn't work out. That was like class 5, 6, 7 there. Early days. Yeah.
Yes.
One of a close relative of ours was in those flights, the flight that crashed in Congo, some couple of years back. Yeah, either he was flying, or he was the one who was supposed to fly. He didn't fly it, or something in those lines. Yeah, so I was like, no, I don't want that. I was still young, so then I decided to become a doctor now. Because our Sunday school teachers used to be either walimu or madaktari or the nurses in the hospital. So I decided I'll become a doctor from an influence of one of the doctors there. So I wanted to become a cardiologist because I knew the different cadres, because you grow up with them.
Okay.
Ujue tuko Sunday school, your mom says that huyu daktari wa roho, huyu daktari sijua nini. So you want to become
Hakuna wa mapenzi.
Javi ni church, so kwa umefingiliwa mambo ya mapenzi amngefikiria.
Okay.
Yeah. So now so I wanted to become a cardiologist. Then I got to high school, so I was in a youth group, a teenage group, let me call it a teenage group, and the leader used to be a lady who used to work in the clinic, the dental clinic. So she used to tell me, tukiwa tu hapo kwa hizo church meetings, afternoon meetings, ama lakini you change, ukuwe dentist ni poa, like the working hours are very flexible, by the time unaingia mtakuwa mkilipwa poa. So I started considering it, and then I changed my mind totally, and I decided writing on my books, Dentist Naftali Macharia. In high school now, I started manifesting. People tell me I talk about manifesting, but actually it's started manifesting. So even if I show you my books from high school, I have almost all of them. It's written up there. Dentist, Dr. Naftali Macharia.
All right.
From Form 2, Form 3, Form 4.
Oh.
Yeah, so I used to write that. So I knew, at this point now in high school, I know what I want. It was never now, I was never phased. So when you come into dropping subjects, I took all sciences because I knew that's what I would need when I'm going to uni. So I ended up now getting good grades, but then missed dentistry by a point. So now that means now I have to go to Param. And I knew like my mom's not going to be able to get the money for educating a doctor in this country. Parallel is very expensive. It's usually like $500,000 per year. Yeah, it's very expensive because one, that's just school fees. So you don't get school accommodation. So you have to get accommodation outside school. Yeah, so you see now that's, yeah, so you're, on top of that, you have to add accommodation for 5 years. That's not school accommodation. And you know, regular is very affordable. I don't say it's cheap. When I think when in uni, it was around maybe 26 to 30K per year or something. Yeah, that would have been able to afford.
Yes.
So I went and told my uncle, because I knew now it's going to be a bit tough for my mom, and told my uncle, uncle, me, I don't think I want to do anything else apart from dentistry. And so I was trying, like from then, I tried to market myself to him. I was like, I don't know what we can do. Can we get some loans? Tutawalipa tukimaliza shule. I thought there was a lot of money tukimaliza shule. Hakuna pesa. So I thought like we would be able to, like, so I told him, Aki, please, is there a way we can be able to do this? So somehow, I don't know, he got convinced. So he said he'll talk to mom and they'll try and brainstorm to see how they can take me through school, because dental school is 5 years. So we're talking about 5 years of $500,000 every year. Jeez, that's a lot of money. 2.5 years. Outjongea accommodation, food, na vitu kaa hizo. Books, because you need those books when you're in medical school. Yeah, so he accepted. So they came up with a plan. So my mom said she has some savings somewhere, because she'd been teaching since the 90s. Maybe she can be able to get some loans here and there from Asako na vitu kaa hizo. And then my uncle will figure out how to raise the same amount, and then they would interchange this year. Sometimes we get some well-wishers to chip in as well. And that's how I went through dental school. Okay. So when I was in dental school, I knew that this money was not lying somewhere, and it's a lot of money. And so I had to work really hard. Yeah, I had to work really hard because I could see there was such bad struggle because of that. Because I knew my mom shelved a lot of ambitions and things she had wanted to do for herself, that she can take me through school this time. Yeah, so worked really hard in school. That one I know. I would leave the library at like 9, 10. I would sleep 3, 4, 5 hours, wake up, study in the middle of the night again. The cycle would go on and on. Make sure that I don't retake any class. Make sure that I always have good grades. Yeah.
How did you cope with peer pressure though? Because you're in uni.
Yeah.
This is where the peer pressure is real, you know.
I feel like I was the peer pressure.
No.
Yeah. So me, I just knew that now we are level. After this, we are gonna go employed and then kujitafutia sasa. I don't know where that kind of maturity came from, and that God for that. So at that in uni, I wasn't really feeling it at all. Of course, I could feel maybe it would have been different, because I could see maybe some of your friends are now already driving. Their parents have bought them cars, but it really didn't bother me. Good. Because I knew in 3, 4, 5 years time, I'm going to be in a very different space.
And I love that because education is an equalizer.
It is.
Like we go meet here, but it's what we do here that counts.
Exactly,
So in the next stage, I'm going to make sure I'm better than this.
Yeah, something just told me that I'm going to be okay when I finish this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Relationships.
So
ulikuwa unasoma tu.
Of course,
you didn't do pizza in and all this.
Yeah, we used to do that. We used to do that. We used to do pizza in. I used to see another girl there. She was really nice and kind.
Okay.
Again, I've heard people talk about the people you see in life are really important. The person I used to see in university really didn't give me any pressure.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there was no pressure that my age mates are going CG, they're being CG happy, exactly with Kaizo. She just wanted to have a good time, study, and that's all. And then that's why I knew that a partner is really, really important. Whoever you choose is really, really important. Yeah.
They can keep you like this.
They can keep you like this. Yeah.
Divert your goals.
Yeah, and then I used to go out. I love going out.
Yes.
I used to go out a lot. Na 200 bob. Yeah, because I just want to go listen to that music. I still feel like even today music is what helps me.
Really?
Yeah, to detox kabisa.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I would just go there even if you don't have money to spend.
Yeah.
Listen to the music, sip on your one drink until the night is over. You don't have any anyway.
Yes.
And then go back and sleep. I'm kind of library.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite artist?
Right now it's Bien.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the way he's gone out and he's doing his own thing. It's
A
amazing.
star.
Yeah, he's going very far.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going very far. He's already far.
He's already far.
far.
Yeah.
Who else?
Who else am I listening to right now?
Not even back then. Who would?
Then?
Yes.
Back then, Burna Boy was starting. Yeah, I was in uni. It was 2016, 17.
Yes.
That was a man. He was still starting at that time. People didn't know Burna Boy back then. Even the time he even came to Mombasa, people didn't know him then. I used to be such a big fan.
Anyway, moving
on.
We are in 2024.
So I used to listen to a lot of Afrobeats. But my genre of music is, I call them club bangers.
Yeah.
Like whatever is being listened to at the club.
For real?
Yeah. So if it's a certain hip-hop song, if it's a certain Nigerian song, is that. It's a certain Kenyan song, is that.
Me and you are water and oil bus.
For real?
I cannot.
You can't?
Nah.
When I was coming to see you today, I was listening to some loud music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me, I cannot. I just think I'm loyal to my music.
What is your music?
It depends.
Yeah.
I could honestly navigate. Depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Like today I was just feeling diss tracks and hip hop and whatever.
Yeah.
But I lean more towards hip hop. I love the message, not the hardcoreness.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm in a good, I used to listen to country music. I haven't done in a minute.
I used to listen to that too. Yes. My uncle would play that in the car all the time when I was with him.
Yes, I haven't done that.
County.
Yeah, but for me, good music, regardless of the genre, any good music that I'm sampling and I'm like, this is good music. The instruments, the vocals, the way it has been curated. We actually sampled one, Nyashinsky, Lucky You or something.
Lucky You.
I love Nyashinsky.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's goat. Like, for real, you know, goat.
Yeah.
So
seen him perform twice. I saw him at Oktoberfest. He was really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I genuinely love how he thinks and how he that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
But it varies.
It varies. I feel like it's the same for me.
Yes, it varies.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So there's something in music though.
Yeah.
I don't know what music does to people, but
it does. Yeah. You feel very zen when you listen to music. Even when I'm working in the clinic, I play my patients' music all the time. Loud. Okay, not too loud. But loud enough for them. And it helps to calm someone down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And people relate to music a lot.
They do.
Yeah. Even if it's your journey, like our journey, because we have a similar journey with our parents, something like that, you'll hear someone mention it in lyrics, in songs. They're like, oh wow, I relate to that.
There you go.
Music is it.
Yeah. I love that,
Yeah.
Beautiful. So after uni, where are we going next? Because I feel like that's always the hard place.
That's the hard place.
Because in school you've put in the work, I've done this, I've done amazing.
Yeah.
Where are we going to next?
So we finished uni July 2019.
Yeah.
So now what you do is that you go for a full year paid internship by the government for 1 year.
Paid?
Yeah, paid.
Okay.
Yeah, paid is important.
Guaranteed?
Yes, guaranteed. You have to so that they can license you.
Oh.
Yeah, so 5 years of dental school or 6 years of medical school and 1 year of internship.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Paid.
Yeah, paid. Yeah,
Good.
it's paid. So now I got a chance to go to do my internship. I did my internship at a public hospital, a military facility up on Bagathi Way, for 1 year. So I started in 2019 September. So we did like maybe 6-7 good solid months of internship. Then COVID happened.
Yeah.
We didn't stop. We still continued, but we slowed down a bit. So I feel like probably we didn't do enough towards the end of internship, because now in March COVID came.
Yeah.
And then now we would rotate, because again, you know, the first thing that was closed for COVID in terms of healthcare was oral health because of the aerosols and everything. Yeah, so they slowed that down, kabisa, and limited it to emergencies totally. So it slowed down a bit, but then we ended up finishing during COVID as well. Many years ago, before devolution, when a doctor finishes internship, they are posted immediately. So you get a barua, go to Tok, go to Othaya, go to Muranga, go to Eldoret, whatever.
Just go.
Go. You get a letter, a posting letter, and you get your permanent and pensionable now when you go there. So most doctors used to get that. But after devolution, healthcare was devolved and it became a function now of the county governments. And so they have a budget, and of course they'll try to limit here and there. Penye wanaweza finya, though they don't spend a lot of money. So now automatic posting stopped.
Now you become a hustler.
You become a hustler.
For
that
real?
was not a thing before devolution. Any healthcare worker, almost every healthcare worker, nurses, pharmacists, everyone, dentists, medical officers, once you finish, you are posted. Now you are not. So they advertise once in a while, maybe 10, 15, 20 positions, but then you are churning out hundreds of doctors every year. So you find that people are doing locums here and there, and a lot of doctors are struggling. So you find that because of that, now lazima ujue kujitafutia kabisa from the word go. And especially if you're not coming from a family that can support you, take you back for masters automatically so that you can become even more competitive. You have to look for yourself. Because I've been as an undergraduate, I knew I can't go back and tell them another 3-4 million nifanye masters. So I had to now try my own ways out here. So right before I finished, my teacher approached me, my university lecturer. She told me, hi doc, she was my tutor in one of the units. I used to like your work when you were in uni. I'm opening a shop now. We call them kiosks. I'm opening a kiosk, and I wanted to see if we could work together, because now she still had her school job. So, and if she opens a clinic, she'll need someone to stay there full time.
So a kiosk is a clinic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, it's a clinic.
Yes.
That's what we call private practices. Yeah. So she told me, come. So I said, sawa, I will come, no problem. I'm about to finish my internship. I just need to take a 1-month break. Again, it was very intense. I got COVID somewhere in between there. It stayed with me for like 3-4 weeks. It didn't put me down really, but I was still testing positive frequently. But then ikaisha. So I just wanted to catch a break. 5 years, because we did actually 6 or 7 years of dental school, because there was doctor strikes, there was University of Nairobi strikes. So it didn't take 5 years. It took, I think, 6 years. And then internship directly, then pandemic. So just wanted to take a break. So for 1 year, took a break. For 1 month, took a break for 1 month. Then we started. So by the time I'm starting at her practice, it was October 2020. She was just winding up, setting up. The dental units had not come. They were just winding up on the painting, stocking up and everything. But then remember, she had her job in the university. So she would leave me in the clinic to oversee some of the things. I would receive some of the dental materials that are being brought by suppliers. And because of my friendly nature, I hope I am. I tend to tell myself I am.
I think you are.
Yeah, so I would just befriend them and want to learn.
Yeah.
And so I got into like good relationships with these people. So I learned a lot on the go. Like I knew, like, you need to receive this, it's ticked like this. Remember in school, we were not taught about how to run a practice. Now I got a chance to learn on the job. So it's supposed, this is what you buy. You're supposed to negotiate for prices. This is the average price in the market. So it goes, we went on and on. So we started. But then when we started, there's pandemic. It's a brand new practice. no clients at
Zero.
all. No clients, yeah. One day my brother broke a tooth, and that was
That was your client.
that was the only client for a whole month.
Yeah.
So we do November, no, just my brother, I guess, and maybe 1 or 2 more. December, the same. And then we get to January. So again, I really want to try and make this work. I remember she gave me an offer that was like half the amount we were getting during internship. But she told me it's a new practice, it's COVID. I don't think I have clients yet, but when the clientele builds up, we agreed that she'll give me a certain amount of money, and I was okay with that. And I knew it's just for a period of time. Okay, in my mind I thought, because maybe she's practiced for longer, it will automatically peak and we'll get those clients, and then I'll get my new negotiated rates. But then it stayed. It stayed for expectations. It stayed for a while. We are not getting clients. Around this time, so I'm feeling like I'm being limited because I really want to learn stuff, and I feel like I'm not making enough. Because, you know, I feel like when you come from a humble background, you feel like something is always chasing you, and you're not able to sleep if you're not making money or trying to do well. So yeah, that thing is like, you know that in 2-3 years you'll be okay. But even at that moment, if you're not okay at that moment, you feel like something's chasing you. You need to wake up and go look for money. I feel like it's the same thing, because I don't think I've missed work for the last, since we set up the practice, or even before I worked for any other reason. Maybe I've taken leave a weekend, nashikanisha Friday, narudi Monday, but ever been away from work for a month or 2 weeks the way people do?
Is it the fear of poverty? Because that's it for me. Like, no way I'm sleeping hungry again.
It's
like
that.
No, like honestly.
It's that, yeah.
No way.
Exactly. Yeah, it's that.
It's always that fear.
Yeah, it's always chasing you.
Of luck.
Yeah, of luck.
Is it a good thing though? Because you're like anxious every other time.
All the time. I'm anxious all the time. Yeah. You know, people who grew up in normal backgrounds, if they feel that, we should ask them.
I feel like it's a good thing, and also sometimes it can get you anxiety up
for
there.
No reason.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle. Yeah. So now we are in January 2021, no clients. All this time, remember that time, TikTok boomed properly. It overtook every other social media app, overtook Twitter, Instagram, whatever. So TikTok was it. Everyone was on TikTok. Yeah. So you scroll through videos and there was all these dance challenges. People were just doing so many things on TikTok. I remember on TikTok there used to be like, people would talk about stuff like, CJ, I lost my job. Now I started doing this online. Now I have become a millionaire because of making content on TikTok and stuff like that. So like, oh, okay, this seems interesting, but I had never seen anyone do that in Kenya. So me and my nurse, we had been employed by the doc. We just used to, it was just the two of us, and we bonded. We became like really close, because we just spent time, just me and her in the clinic. There was no one else in the clinic. There were no clients. So we just sit there at the front desk on TikTok. Mwona challenge, mwona sijui nini. So we would just, all those things. So we were up to date kabisa. So I used to tell her, sikunja tutufanye dance challenge moja tuone how this would go. So we did a TikTok dance with her. My first ever TikTok video, we clocked around 200,000 views.
Look at you.
So people say asking us, hey, you guys, where are you?
Where are you located?
Where are you located? Is this Kenya? So we're telling them, yeah, we are dentists. We're in Consolata Shrine. This is the clinic number, call. People actually started calling, wanna call. Can I book an appointment with these people I've seen online? And the numbers are going up. Like we started seeing 10, 15, 20 in a month. Numbers are going up. Again, social media, you have to be consistent. That's the only way you build that. So we kept on doing more and more. So along the way, I mentioned to Doc that, Doc, because the numbers are low, let's try social media marketing. I'd seen it boom. Let's try influencer marketing. I'd seen people come here, you put a brand on top there. That was the thing around COVID times. So I was like, maybe we can ask an influencer to come. Maybe we can get 10, 15 people from them. So she was very skeptical about it. Very, very skeptical about it. So at first she refused. So me and Cindy went on to do our dances. Yeah, we would get 10,000 views, 200,000, 150, 100. And people would text and ask, oh, you guys mko wapi? Yeah. And then, so you know how it spreads now. You'll get someone send you something. Someone sent her a video, and then she's like, I feel like these are people work for you. This looks like your clinic. Then she came the other day, she told me, you guys are on TikTok. She was very soft-spoken.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are on TikTok. Yeah, we dance. Let me see, how does it work? Is that why we are getting a couple of numbers in? That way the numbers have improved? Then we told her yes. So then she asked me, like, what else do you think we can do? So I told her, I don't know what else we can do, but I'll research. So I would now spend my nights, evenings researching, how do you market a brand online? What do you need to do? How do you grow a brand? How do you grow a clinic? How do you grow a business? So you find all those answers. They are there, and there are many. Oh, use influence. Oh, sijui algorithms. Oh, pay for ads. Oh, sijui do what. And I'll write down everything that you need to do. Oh, hop on this trending music. Oh, sijui make this short kind of... Exactly. Yeah, sijui do short videos, high quality.
Yes.
Stuff like that. Add captions or whatever on your videos. It will spread. Look for catchy words to use when you're doing all those things. So now I would research, I'll come tell her. But then, because now the clinic was starting to get clients, I was starting to get a bit overwhelmed. So I told her we need to now get someone to make the graphics for us, to post for us, to run that Instagram page. And we also feel like, because we don't want to grow inorganically, we also want to grow organically.
Good.
So we need to bring in maybe some influencers, because those numbers will now be organic numbers. Like someone will see you here and they will follow. So she was just still a bit skeptical about it, because a few years ago, until now, we came into the picture. Medicine and dentistry was very guarded.
Serious.
Yeah, it was very guarded.
Yes.
So the older generation could not fathom a doctor dancing on TikTok.
What is that?
Or marketing online.
Yes.
They could not. But then what do? Them, they have county jobs. As we are young people, we are trying to get out of the block.
And times have changed.
And times have changed. And this is what we can do. And them, they have all the clients, because they set up many years ago and everyone used to go to them.
Yes.
So we are trying to get something for ourselves.
Yourself.
So she was still in that era of that. She was still a bit ish about it. But then when she saw the numbers, she bought into it. Then one day we convinced her to do a video with her. So we did a very nice video with her. It got like 560-something thousand views. Yeah. So now people are now sending her because they can recognize her. So like, asi tulikuwa shule na wewe. Doc, I've seen this video of you. So she like, people would comment, oh, I used to be classmate with Catherine. Oh, she was called Catherine. I used to be classmate with so and so and so and so. Oh, is that you dancing there? And then, so the friend she came to work. And then she didn't do anything.
Yeah.
She just literally, she was amazed by it. She was like, oh wow, see how we are reconnecting with so many people. Then at that point now she gave a proper go ahead. She's like, okay, now let's do this social media marketing. I feel like it can work. You have really insisted. Let's now do it. So around the same time, she told me, because I can see what you're doing. Remember that agreement we had? Now we will go to it. We never really signed anything. So now we'll go back to that agreement and I'll give you what you actually deserve. 2 weeks later, out of nowhere, she passed on. She just felt suddenly ill and she passed on. Yeah, that was a big blow for me, because now this is like my mom in Nairobi. She was gonna hold my hand throughout the career. I didn't even have any plans to like go out. I knew like I would grow in, probably try and expand with her, get some shares. We would just grow together. Yeah. So that was a big blow. Out of nowhere. I think she was like 43 or something, or 42, out of nowhere. One day we were just talking in the clinic. She tells me, "Sawa, doc, I'll see you on Monday." Yeah, and then that just happened. I didn't see her again. So that was a big blow. So now at this point, because we've started getting mileage, we have visibility online. So now Kijabi was a safe option for me. So I got called there to get a job. But then my mind was telling me, don't go back home. Like there's something for you on social media in this career of yours. And if you go back home and work there, you'll be limited and you won't be able to achieve what you probably have. Just a voice telling you.
Yes.
And when you try so much in life and you're going through so many things in life, trust me, things just work for you.
They fall in place.
They fall in place. And you get voices in your mind that lead you in the right direction. So I said, again, I was like, I don't want to leave this practice just like that, because I was starting to become the face of the practice. So probably if I left, it would have probably just failed. And for her legacy as well, I was like, let me just stay. Let us push So we kept on pushing. So mina sherehe zangu and my fun things, I went out one day and then I saw Jalango. Jalango was a big influencer. I think he was the biggest influencer in 2021, 22. Yeah, he was a big influencer at that time. He was number one. So getting him was probably going to be very hard. But I used to watch his shows. You remember?
Yes.
Sanitize.
Sanitize.
Exactly, yeah. These are very interesting shows.
Yes.
So I used to watch that's what we would do during COVID anyway. I think that's where podcasts and everything picked up properly during COVID, yeah? So we would watch. If it's 1.5 hours to now watch in Aisha. So now I saw him somewhere in Kiamburu in a club. Then I told my friends, that's Jalang. I'm gonna go and speak to him and ask him if he can come and help us to market to push the brand. I knew we wouldn't afford him. Yeah, I knew we wouldn't afford him because I knew what we make. So I just went up to him. Me and my friends went to Semisi in Madaktari. Let's use that title. So yeah, so we approached him, obviously Madaktari, we love whatever you do, yani. I love he has this story about him being a fisherman and everything. So we mentioned some of those things along the way to try and relate with him.
Yes.
And he now related with us. So this is my scenario, this is what has happened. I've been left alone, I'm now trying to run that practice. Of course, the family would now come in later, but yeah, at the moment I'm still alone because it was now immediately after. I don't know if it would help me. Somehow he bought into the idea.
God, that man.
Yeah.
Does he ever get his flowers?
I hope he does. Yes. Yeah. So that's how I ended up. So he bought into the idea. He told me, give me your number. So I gave him my number and he gave me his personal number. He didn't even tell me go through my PA or anything. This is my number. You call me next week. We'll sort this story out. So I called him, he didn't answer, messaged him, blue ticks. But me ni nani, me na jokes, we kuskuma and push ourselves. I went on and on and on. The worst he can say is no.
No, but I'm not
or block me at the end of it, and then if he blocks me, tajua hataki stories zangu anymore. But I'm gonna push. I'll call him every single day and text him until whatever. So I did that. Then one day he just called me. Doc, nimemaliza show. He was still doing his breakfast. Nimemaliza show. Nikuje. I told Cindy, yes, cancel all patients. Acha Jalang wanna come. So he came, he saw the clinic, he left the clinic, he went online and posted about it.
Wow.
So he posts about, he called me his brother. My brother has a clinic here in where guys come to this clinic. So I had like maybe 3,000, 4,000 followers on Instagram. It grew to like 8,000, 9,000, 10. On TikTok, we had our own mileage a bit. Yes. We had like 10,000 or whatever because we had been doing these things with Cindy a lot. So we did a video with him. We hit like 2.3 million views. Now that took us to almost 60,000 followers. So now we have visibility, proper visibility. People know about us. And because of that, people would see that and that. So Willis invited me over one day to give a breakfast talk on oral health.
Yes.
So I went on Citizen TV. I actually used to look down on TV, but people actually watch TV in the morning.
Yes, they do.
Those breakfast shows that those politicians come and do their interviews in the morning, there's wellness, there's what. People actually watch that in the morning.
I'm particularly a fan of Spice FM.
Like, exactly,
they are conversations, they are just beautiful conversations.
Exactly, people actually, so that's when I realized that. So I went on Citizen TV. By the time I was leaving, it was just 1 hour. By the time I was leaving that, I'm driving back to the clinic. It has gone viral. People are calling the clinic. Sijui, the time there was this PS who called, PS so and so. I want to come see Dr. Masharia. Please reserve. Imagine. I was like, yes, book them in. Yeah, so they got booked in totally. Yeah. And the numbers grew from that interview. Because I guess then I think I expressed myself well as well. And I was able to explain things and people probably liked that and related with it. Then we did a TikTok with Willis at the studio, but like I think 1.6 million or something views. So more and more visibility. Now people see you dancing on TikTok. Now they've seen you on TV and you seem to know what you're talking about and you seem to have a grasp of this dentistry and whatever. So now they see you as authentic totally. So now people are coming to the clinic more and more. But then now new management came and I don't think they were really happy with that being out there like that. Maybe they were still a bit guarded, and it's okay. Maybe that's how they wanted to run the practice and everything. So it was okay. So I started to feel like I'm pushing so much on social media, but then it's not being appreciated. And so I'm feeling very anxious about this. Am I in the right place?
A bit of tension.
A bit of tension as well. So now my best friend and I had always said we'd open a practice, but we had said we would open this practice maybe when we are like in our mid-30s there, because we grow a clientele first. That's how medicine works. Because you know, when you go to a doctor, unaulizanga na daktari ni nani, unamjuaje, like it's referral, like you want someone you can trust. And new generation crop doctors, we don't have a clientele yet. The only way is to put yourself out there. So we were like, we probably, if you open a practice now, we'll not get clients. But then in my mind, I was like, no, you guys don't know how I open my DMs every day. And every single day, more than 15 people ask me, naumwa na meno, nafanya hivi na hivi. You want to tell me these people I can't bring them to the clinic? So like unajipiga kifua unasema, if we open a hospital, I swear all these people will come. They will come. Because they don't ask me so that they go to another clinic. They ask me because they want us to treat them. And every single day I was telling my best friend, I'll wake up and I'll find 20 DMs, people asking me, naumwa na meno, mtoto wangu amefanya hivi doc, mtoto wangu amefanya hivi doc, can I bring, do you take this insurance, do you do this? I told him, so I stayed at the clinic, and then there was that tension, and I just knew maybe, and I was now growing properly on social media. I was working with more and more influencers. This time I'm not sleeping properly. I'm researching algorithms now properly. I'm still going on. Which is the top song to do on TikTok, on Instagram. So we are growing, and the numbers are there. But then all these people, I'm bringing them to another practice, and I'm not being remunerated enough.
Oh.
Yeah, so I felt like also that was a bit discouraging. So yeah, we went ahead and I told my best friend, so now we need to look for money. I know how to set up a clinic. Okay, I didn't know, but I had an idea because when this clinic was being set up, I was there. So I had an idea. You remember when I was telling you that I was forging relationships back then with suppliers?
Yes.
So I could ask for quotations. I knew we needed this for removing a tooth, this for doing a filling, this due for doing what. So we had a list, amount of money we needed. So nice Excel sheets, nini. You see, if you have a plan, if you have clarity of vision, you'll get to wherever you want to go.
If you have clarity
of vision.
Yeah,
you probably get to where you want to go. Yeah, because if you know what you're focused on, and you do a good plan, you'll probably get there. So now we would write down, this is what we need, this amount of money we'll need. We got to a figure, huge figure. I've only practiced for 2 years now at that point. I don't have this kind of savings. I can go back and tell my mom that please give me this amount of money. So I told Johnny, this thing goes half-half. Let's look for the money. So maybe you have a small savings here, go to the bank, ask if they can sprinkle you with something here and there.
You're doing the sprinkle thing. Okay,
ask the bank if they can do it. You know. Yeah.
Okay.
So ask the bank, So the bank accepted to give us a certain amount of money, and now that helped us a lot. So now we started. This is now July 2022. So now July 2022, we started talking about setting up our own practice. So from October, after elections, that's when we got serious. We were like, now tumaliza the election kwanza, and then now we get serious. So we secured our money. So we started looking for office space.
Yes.
After getting office space, we need to now buy these things from China. Remember, again, doing the setup, I was talking to the guys in China. So I had their contacts. So I would tell them, hey, please give me a quote for this. How fast would it come? So these guys are all sending me quotes and everything. So we know everything we need. We have the money, so we start paying for stuff. We pay China. And let me tell you these things sometimes, I don't know how they work. Because we paid a lot of money to someone in China that I have never met with my eyes.
And they delivered.
Sometimes it's just faith. You know, I was telling my followers the other day, what if you pay all these millions and that ship disappears or something, you know, because your things are inside there. Is there, because I don't remember us having an insurance for those things. I don't know if we're supposed to even be paid. Like, you don't even know those things. At this point, it's adrenaline. You just want your things to get here, mpate office space, start setting up your clinic, and hope that people will come. Because if that clinic didn't work out that first month, I don't know what I would have done, because I emptied all my savings.
And you quit.
And I quit my job.
You said, I'm out.
I'm out.
It's been real.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so so I don't know what would have done. But again, I had friends and relationships. And my biggest asset, I usually say, is my social capital. It's people I meet, and it's how I relate with them, and it's the friendships I forge with them. At this point, I know someone who's a really good marketer, and she's a really good friend of mine. She knows how to package something new, how we're going to make this a big thing on social media, how we're going to package this until we surprise everyone, and everyone is like, oh wow, you guys may open. I had so many influencers that I was working with. I would go and tell them, this is what I've done, I need you guys to help me. And these guys would say, yes, you get. And I'm in debt to them because of that. So now we set up our clinic. Somewhere in between, the contractor bloated the whatever. We are on exact budget. We don't have an extra coin, even one. We sit today and talk about how that would have gone wrong. Because if it's construction, if you have set maybe this amount of money, this 2-point-something million or whatever, it has to be that. Because the other amount is for supplies. The other amount is for something else. It is exact. We don't have money anywhere. We don't have a fallback plan.
Yes.
It was just, we're going to set this clinic up and people will show up. And if they don't show up, I don't know what we'll do. We'll be in debt for the bank. But me, I was telling myself, and I was telling Johnny, sitarudi to employment, kwani? Tutachekelewa siku mbili peke yake.
Tatu tu.
Watasawia turudi employment and we'll be fine. We are employable. So that was also something I was thinking about. If it ever doesn't work out, we'll just go back to employment. We can get a job for sure. So we set up. So Architect asks for make an extra M. I don't even know where that is going to come from. Remember, this December, I resigned. December that year. We started planning October. December, I resigned, so that the whole of January, I'm overseeing construction. So that 1st of February, we open. Hey, that did not happen. Towards the end, akina kumalizia, he's not coming to work, sijui nini, haongei. So ukupata ni wall moja peke imepaintiwa. It's frustrating us kabisa. So I don't know where to get this money. We need extra. Johnny does something, he gets a coin somewhere. I have to go back, tell my mom, ile pesa yako iliisha. Unaweza nisaidia na the smallest you can, tuone. So she was able to give me something very small. Went to my aunt, got to the CGR for the first time. I went to see my aunt. She was able to give me something. Told auntie tushaanza, nishacha job. Na sasa, I really need your help. So she gave me something small as well. They told them I'll pay them back like when the clinic starts. So we come back, construction goes on. So remember, I have no salary. And the bank starts to cut your whatever immediately. So we need the clinic to work so that I get a salary from the clinic so that I'm able to pay my installment for
that month.
For the month. I don't have money to pay that installment. So the clinic has to work. As we go big on social media. That's the one asset I know I can do. We go big on social media. And we launch huge. Everyone, Twitter, everywhere. Everyone talked about it. We even did a launch party. Because kwa hiyo budget, we put some small money for launch party. So everything was going to be exact. We invited guys over. Jalango came. He was our guest of honor. Yeah, we did a small thing. I invited my influencer friends, and I really appreciate them a lot. And my friends that helped us push. One of my clients as well, she's an events organizer. So we became friends. So yeah, she set us up properly. And she gave us a really good offer. And so you see now social capital, how important it is. Yeah, those people are the ones who will do things for you. It doesn't have to necessarily be your family. It's people you meet when you're outside there, when you're going by your business, how you relate to work and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's how we ended up opening the clinic. So we do the first month, I'm alone. So we couldn't start both of us because again, if he leaves his job, Johnny also has some money he needs to pay. And if we don't get salary, both of us are now so he stays at his job. I try to push huku mimi, and then when it picks up, he'll come maybe after 3-4 months. First month, I become overwhelmed. I can't do it alone. People are calling. We are still marketing. People are calling. We are still benefiting from the lounge, from that traction we had on social media. So I tell John it's time. Welcome to. I feel like ikitu imeshika sasa. So he came, nice guy, hardworking guy. We pushed. Hey, we pushed. People are still coming. Our numbers are growing. At one point, we even set up a third room. Wow. We had only 2 because of social media. All the time we're still doing the same things. Go Google what has changed. What do you need to talk about on social media? Stay ahead. Because now we were like, I usually tell Johnny, we are light years ahead of many people. So when we start to do something, we see other people doing it. But when someone, imitation is the highest form of compliments.
Yes. Then so before they catch up,
we are doing something else.
Again, on to the next one.
Yeah, so we are light years ahead.
Yes.
So, and that has really helped us. So we grew our base totally, our clientele, everything. So now we're closing on 1,500 patients in less than a year.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The other day, actually, I was thinking about it. I saw my whole schedule, the whole day was patients from like 3, 4, 5 months ago. They had come back for maybe a return cleaning, or they had now gotten maybe another cavity, or maybe meno ilivunjika.
Yes.
And in my mind, I was telling myself, they had the option. Maybe the first time was just a buzz. Let me go to this doctor on Instagram. But now when they come back, that means you guys are sustainable. You've been offering good services, and you can see God in that. You've been offering good services. You have people trust you. People remember how you treated them or how you managed them. And that's the most important thing. Oh. So now people are saying, you can see now this is sustainable. The incidence of returning clients is good. Data for me is the most valuable thing in the world right now. Yes. Not even oil. Yes. So if you have data, you'll know a lot of things. So I check every single time. Our patients tomorrow are happy. Is it Instagram? Okay, let's pump more money there. Do you work with a certain influencer and they brought us whatever? Let's try to engage that influencer more. Is it from an ad? Did they like this service? Now, that was how we used to get a lot of clients. Now it's starting to go down, not in a bad way, but because the numbers are growing. But now referrals are starting to become many.
Beautiful.
Oh, so just so and so came, and now they're the one who sent me here.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we are doing the work, and also our clients are doing the work for us. Yeah.
It's working.
It's working.
You know, you also come on this show highly recommended.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, true story, like highly recommended.
Yeah,
like,
that's nice. Yeah.
Usually, like, we have this thing now where if someone has an idea, you gotta pitch it to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I remember when your story was pitched, everyone was like, so
that's nice.
You know,
that's
so
nice.
I think it's working. I think you have you have a good name out there, and it's really doing magic for you. But then we can't we can't separate that from the hard work you've put in.
Oh, you can't.
Oh God, I know that
you can't.
Sometimes there's someone I love listening to, David Goggins, and he talks about obsession. And sometimes when people see you obsessed with something, they think you don't have a life, But then you gotta work so hard for a couple of years so that later on you might be able to chill. And I don't know if that's working for you, but I feel sometimes someone doesn't have a choice.
Yeah,
you just have to be so obsessed.
You have to be obsessed. I am very consistent. I was telling you earlier on that I do not remember the last time I was on leave. I go to work every day, every single day, except Sunday. I will never work on Sunday. Yeah, because again, you need to balance.
Yes.
You need to take a break and breathe. But Monday to Saturday, I'll always be at work. I'll miss if I need to go to maybe a burial, or there's something I need to attend to. Or like today I needed to come to see you. So I cancelled for you.
I won't be long.
So something like that. Yes. That's the only time I'll miss work. But I'll not miss work and stay at home. I'll push myself. Let me go. Even if I'll see 2 or 3 clients, even if I'm tired, let me just go. And then sacrifice. Like, I went back to school along the way and did a course. It's called dental implantology. So you become a dental implant specialist. Because you need those things in life.
Keep adding into your skills.
Yes. Yeah. And you have to, it's expensive to train. It's expensive to try and grow and expand. So you have to do that. So you study in the evening, you have evening classes, sometimes you have weekend classes, you get. So you have to do those things and you have to work hard. I have to wake up every morning and open my camera even if I don't want to. Because if you don't make your podcast or your interviews, you get lost in the algorithm.
But I feel like this is the hardest part of my job though, because there are times like I just wanna, exactly. I don't wanna do it.
But then but they're telling you need to come.
But then I'm like, hey, this is my job.
That is your job.
This is my, sometimes people think making podcasts or shows
or whatever
is because you are just natural at it. And I was just telling my partner the other day, it's like how a teacher wakes up to go and teach, how a doctor wakes up to go check on his patients, how a lawyer knows they have a court, they have a case in court today. So sometimes it's like no brainer. You just gotta work hard.
You have to work hard.
That's just what it is.
Exactly. So I have to wake up every single day and go on my phone and talk. I'm going to do that today, but I didn't want to get late. So now when I go back, I'll do it. I have to do that. You have to do that. You have to keep on pushing content. Now I usually tell my friends, content haipendi uzembe. You get, you can't. Like you have to post. You have to stay on trend. You have to. Otherwise, you'll get forgotten along the way. And if that's where you're getting your clients, maybe in 4 or 5 years' time, when we get a solid pool of a client base, that can slow down. But now that can slow down. But then I can double myself. So I still need to wear a hat as a doctor, as a dentist every single day. Work from 9 to 6, 7, whatever time. I still need to do social media influencing for the clinic. I don't even do it for brands really. When brands come along, it's nice. I'll do it maybe because I also want to test myself because I'm not limited as well. But I majorly do my work on social media to push the clinic. So I have to do that. It's like I'm an influencer for the clinic. Okay. Again, I run the business, me and my friend. So I have to do CEO work. So I finish whatever. I have to sit down. I have to look at books. I have to see if the accountant balanced everything properly. I have to check if our money is there. I have to deal with employees. I have to deal with suppliers. You have to do all that. And so now people will think that sometimes you don't pick calls or you're not available. But at the point you're in life, you're trying so much, sometimes you can't always jikata. So you see what you can do. And you leave time for family as well.
I feel like that's the unspoken truth of startups. You have to be able to do 10 jobs in one, I have to look for shows, I have to do this. Like you just feel like you have to do so much before something can give and you can now start delegating, because delegating means you're getting someone and you gotta pay them. People talk of delegation all the time, but they don't tell you it requires money.
You need to pay for that.
If I don't want to produce and I need to get Edwin, I need to pay Edwin.
For sure.
And that's just a fact.
It's just how it is.
That's just how it
is. What it is.
But how do you deal with fame though?
So for me,
because you're famous.
Ish.
Not ish. In this show we don't shrink.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say you're famous, and you'll say, Lynn, I'm famous. So you know you're famous.
So I think you remember I was telling you when I was in university, and I would see the different whatever social economical differences, and it didn't affect me now. So I have recognized that this is part of my work. You get, and I have responsibility because of this. I'm responsible to so many people who text me who are 16, 17, 18, asking me, I'm in uni, I see you do a good job. What should I do in high school so that I can do dentistry? What advice do you have for me? You have your other people as well who look up to you. So I know this comes with a lot of responsibility. So I don't think it's ever gotten to my head at all. And I don't want it to ever get to my head.
Don't let it. Don't let it.
I don't want it to ever get to my head at all.
Don't let it.
So I'm able to manage it. I'll go outside and a lot of people will say hi to me. I'll say hi to everyone who says hi to me. And I'll have a chat with you if I have time. And I'll ask you what you do and what's your name, and thank you for following me, and thank you for saying hi. And I recognize that these are the people that I usually say on Instagram, leteni meno please. These are the people letea meno. I can't treat them badly. I need them. And the only reason why I'm doing social media is because we're marketing the clinic. I know for yourself as well, you'd rather just live a quiet life and drive a nice car and just be whatever. There's so much responsibility that comes with you being Lynn Ngugi. You get, yeah? Yeah, so it's just the same thing now.
I'm feeling the pinch now, but it's all good. It's all good, you know? Yeah, but there's a lot of that. But I love what you've said, because even for me, I say it will never get to me.
Yeah.
It will never get to me. But will I keep prospering? Will I keep wanting better for myself?
Yeah.
Will I keep breaking barriers? Absolutely.
Exactly.
Because I'm not going to shrink either ways.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep breaking barriers day in, day out, you know, until I'm proud of
what you're doing.
Of what I'm doing.
Yeah. And then I know why I do this. It's because I want to give my mom a good life, because she made so many sacrifices for this. I want to live a good life. I want to live, you know, growing up, we never used to have toys and all those things. So I want to buy myself a very nice Mercedes. You know, I want to live a really good life. So I'll keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. Again, when I was growing up in the village, there used to be like, there's a guy who was in my brother's class. Two of them actually, they became doctors. I used to look up to them, and when they had graduations, I'd be so excited. I remember, mom, 20 graduation ya Kevin, 20 graduation ya Wambo, 20 graduation, so that we can go and see. So it really inspired me. So I remember every time I sit, I would say like, wow, Kevin amevaa graduation ya gown ya amekuwa daktari, I want to become that. So now I know that there's someone who sits there, and when I share a win, they sit and say, oh, kuna watu nakusikilia vibaya, it is very obvious. But kuna mtu mwingine amekaa pale amesema, Aki, one day nitaka hiyo pia.
I love that.
Yeah. So you lift as you rise.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, going by the post you posted, you and your siblings, you pulled up at mom's house. Yeah. And I remember the comment section almost went south, but people checked those people really quick, because we
people,
are supposed
to...
please watu wa heal. Please, but I saw the love, and then it turned around. It was the love, and people telling you, this is me, you inspired. You really inspired me. I even remember I came and I said blessings, because man, this was huge, you know. And how was it like though for mom, and why did you feel the need to post that particular part on your socials?
Yeah, so no, so for mom, I don't even think she knows I do Instagram. She probably knows now, but I don't even think she knows I do that. You could see how proud she is. Yeah, you could see how proud she is. I could remember, now she will not get into a matatu. She needs to go to Odaya. She calls. She'll see in a very soft way, but you know she wants you to take her.
Answer that part.
Like she's trying to go around, not go straight to the point, but she knows what she wants.
Yes.
So anytime she needs anything, we'll do it for her. She needs to go to Odaya to see her mom, we'll take her. She needs to go see her, whatever, we'll take her. Her life is now so much easier because of that. And you could see how proud she is. She'll never tell you, ati, oh, no, nyote mko na gari sasa, congratulations. No. You'll see, like, she'll stand out there and look at it, and then she'll come back to the house, and you'll know that she's really happy because of that. And when you see that, then when you remember the sacrifices that she made when you got to bursary, when you were going to, we were trying to look for school fees and getting loans to take this guy, when she sacrificed doing her undergraduate and whatever because of this, because she shelved everything she would have wanted to do to not take these kids to school. Yeah, so now you see that, and then it was like a rewarding moment for her. But then again, I also wanted my people to see that it is possible for all of us to go up. Yeah.
How do you keep yourself grounded?
How do I keep myself? I just remember where I came from.
Period.
I just remember where I came from. That's it. Yeah, I just remember where I came from, and every single day it motivates me and pushes me to become better and better. Yeah, and also self-belief. Like, I don't think from amejiaminia hii town kama mimi. Yeah. Like I tell myself, I go, what will they do? What's the worst that will happen? Do I need to get to an office and talk to someone about something? Yes, I'll go. If they say no, thanks, bye.
Thanks, bye.
Yeah.
But do you think you've changed how people see, you know, dentists, how people see, because teeth are sensitive.
Yeah.
Me, I will never forget the person who removed these teeth.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever see them
Was it a long time ago?
Yeah, it's a long time ago. It's over a decade ago.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see them again, because man, that pain. Alafu wakuongeleshi,
vumilia.
then another thing, tano, that numbs, and then
no communication, nothing.
No communication, nothing. Yes, najua ni 500 nimekaa nayo. It's all that. But do you think you've shaped, now you've helped how people see now dentists? Because I'm sure even after here, a lot of people will just want to come and check, have their teeth, checked up. Do you think that friendly conversation, you putting yourself on socials, showing people, yes, I'm a doctor, but hey, I'm a human being too. Can we dance? Can we vibe, having conversations with them, playing music for them? Has it changed?
It has changed. We have totally demystified dentistry and healthcare.
Yes.
From my experience as well, I remember I used to go to Kijabi Hospital a lot. Back then, it was brutal. I remember it was very brutal. And I also used to say, these people can be better. You can be softer. It's a child, memshikilia magoti, memshikilia mikono. It's like it was a factory. Like, ngoa next. In some places, that unadungwa sindano na ambio goja reception, mwingine anaingia kwanza. It used to be. So I was like, no, that's not how to do things, man. Let's have human decency. So for me, I make sure that our clients are comfortable, and I tell them, like, online, you guys come. You're coming to a spa. You're coming to a clinic. We will take good care of you. That thing of a doctor is not communicating with you. Siju, I'm not telling you what I'm doing. That does not happen. We'll try to be as pain-free as possible. We need you to have a good experience with that. Because if you have a good experience, you also help me grow. You understand? You tend away manenda zako. You see, you get, yeah? So that's how that's how we've modeled, and we've really demystified dentistry. Yeah.
Good. I love that, and thank you for that. I think for me, that's how I know you. Like friendly, easy. Mpaka na sasa nataka uniangalie meno.
Itabidi umeleta meno.
But do we always assume though that our teeth are okay? Is that an assumption a lot of us make in life?
Yeah.
But if it's not broken, why are we fixing it? Do I need checkups if there's nothing there?
You need checkup. You see, people have this thing. They think that you can only go to the dentist when you are in pain. But then dental diseases are slow but very progressive. It starts pole. You have a cavity. Kataanza tu kadogo hivi, and you'll not feel pain for even 2, 3, 4 years. And then one day it will get totally inside the tooth. And that's the time you'll come, because you'll not have slept. And that's when you'll remember, najua enough, acha nipigie enough.
Good.
3 a.m. So enough, maybe atakuwa ameanza kwenda live. Tonsil, the ulali kichwa side moja inauma. That's when people come to the dentist. At that point, the experience will definitely be bad, because even if nikikugandisha, you have an infection, maybe dawa haitashika, you are in so much pain, I probably have to medicate you first before I do anything else. So that's how that's what people used to do.
Yeah.
Now we've told them, you don't need that. You just need to come to the dentist twice every year. If you have a very small cavity, it will be painless. You'll just feel it. You'll never get to a point where it is now life or death, and that's when you're coming to the dentist. So people have taken up that now, and they are very receptive to dentistry, and they're coming to the dentist twice every year, and they're happy to do it. Doc, nimekuja after 6 months. Yeah.
Good.
So the behavior has really changed.
Is it expensive though? Because I feel another stereotype out there is that it's expensive. Me getting my teeth checked is actually expensive. How affordable is it?
I will say price is relative. But we try, we try to make dentistry in our clinic affordable. Yeah. And we will tell our patients, don't negotiate. This is the lowest possible that's going to make sense for me and for you.
Good.
It's a good price.
You take insurance?
We take a couple of insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, we take a couple. Again, insurance is a very murky conversation because one, you need these insurances. Their payouts is usually maybe 45 to 60 days. When you're a startup, you need cash flow.
Good.
So when you see not many insurance patients, how will you survive? You need to pay loans, you need to pay rent, you need to pay staff. So it's ish, but we try to bring as many as possible because we also don't want to lock out people with insurances from accessing us. Okay. We've branded as a cash clinic, but we also don't want to lock out insurance clients from coming in. So we try to take a couple here and there. Yeah.
How do you deal with bullies, social media bullies?
Online, I just tell them heal, or I just ignore. Or I just ignore.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't even have time for that. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been bullied yet. That video was the first time. TikTok maybe they would and ask, sasa huyu daktari ana dance time ya kuona wagonjwa iko wapi. Like I'm just like, I know myself.
Yes.
My clinic is full. If I'm going to dance on TikTok, it's because I have an extra hour during lunch hour. So nimejipanga, we hunijui.
Lakini we heal too.
We heal too. Like we hunijui. Like
I
if you just
that.
Recognize that, because now you can block everyone.
Yes.
Like you'll be, it will consume you.
Yes.
Actually, uwe amesema hivi block. Uwe amesema hivi block. Mimi najua mimi niko sawa. Watu wameniletea meno. I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, and thank you, because as I was doing my background check, you know, sometimes you have to look at what are people saying about this doctor, all these things. Your reputation is very clean, so keep it that way.
Thank you.
People are actually vouching for you. This is organic. It's not even pushed. People are actually there giving testimonials. I know an organic post when I see one.
You see one,
I know something organic. I know someone something full of ads, and you are doing good. So you and your partner, I just can't imagine anything but growth for you.
Thank you.
You know, you are changing how people. For me, it was just, now I feel free. I can come and get my teeth checked. Without the fear of someone will drill my
all over there.
All over, you know. So kudos on that. You
Thank
know?
you.
But even as we wind up, though, what legacy are you looking into leaving behind?
Me? I just want people to always talk about my mantra, which is lift as you rise. That every time, that anything that I did, I tried to bring people up with me. I tried to empower so many other people. I tried to show people that no matter the circumstance you grew up in or you are in, you can change it. And I want also to be top dentist in the country.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
there is no problem with being the best dentist in the country. It doesn't take away from other dentists. It's just, I just want to be the best dentist in the country.
It's not luck. It's hard work.
And then I want my mom to live a good life.
So, what do you want to tell her though?
Thank you for everything that she's done for me. And I hope she lives a long, long life, so that we can continue to take good care of her. And we love her so much.
To see the fruits of her labor.
To see the fruits of her labor.
I appreciate that. But before I let you go though, and also find out where people can find you, I know they already know where they can find you, but maybe for people who are watching us the first time, how do you know it's the right time to resign or quit?
How do you know?
I meant to ask that when you were talking about resigning
the resignation. So there's so many aspects to it. Work can be toxic. Sometimes you know that if you go back to that job tomorrow, your mental health will be in the drain, to be down in the pits totally. So sometimes you have that instinct in you, like, you know, I just need to go. That's one aspect of it. You'll know, you'll feel it. Number two, you plan yourself. Mine was a planned exit. You just can't resign. Again, you need to eat. Maybe some people have families they need to take care of. You just can't up and leave without a plan. I know people say, "Ntatoka," you know, that's the Gen Z attitude people have
God
now.
will take care of me.
No. It's not like that. Mungu anasaidia wenye wanajisaidia. So sometimes you need to plan yourself. Have you been applying for other jobs? Even for another interview? It's tailored to everyone. Sometimes you just know that's it for me now. If I come here tomorrow, I'll not be alive after that, because this thing has pushed me to the limit totally. And so you take care of yourself. But sometimes you plan it. So if you have a plan, again, clarity of vision. If I knew that we needed to open a clinic by this and this time, so I planned I'm going to resign at this and this time.
How did your former employer take it though?
I don't think we ever talked about it. He just said okay. Just said, he asked me why. I just want to do other things now. He just said okay. He's still my boss in the dentistry, whatever. So, but I hope I left like in good terms.
In good terms. I love that. What I also picked from you is do away with fear. Sometimes, honestly, we don't know what will happen, but if we have clarity of vision, and then always remember your work needs to be remunerated well.
That's a must.
I worked like a I don't want to say like a donkey, but if there is anything I would ever tell someone, know your worth. Know your worth.
You need to know your worth.
Know your worth.
Remuneration is important.
Know your worth, and there is no fear in asking what you deserve, you know. But I appreciate you for coming and passing by. But before I let you go, anything we left that you want to touch on?
No. Just believe in yourself. That's the one thing that I'll tell everyone. And be kind to people, because financial capital is not it. Social capital is it.
It's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
So they can find us at the dental spa. Very nice clinic. Yeah.
What makes it nice? So tell me.
First of all, it looks very nice.
Because I'm not hosting this show there. Usually I host the show there.
Yeah.
But sorry guys, they were fully booked as always today. And I don't want to disturb your patience.
Yeah.
But what makes it nice, what gives it that spa feeling?
Yeah, first of all, the name gives it the spa feeling. Yes. It's called the dental spa. Then it's very beautiful. Like when you step in there, you don't feel like you're in a hospital. It's a really well built facility. Looks very nice. The colors are well chosen. It's very warm. Then we have a really good front office and customer relations people. Fantastic. When you call that call, it's probably the warmest call you'll ever have received. It's very nice. Those guys know what they do. The doctors there, we are now 4 of us. The doctors there are amazing. The nurses are amazing. Everything is done really well. And for us, the patient comes first. And when the patient comes first, the money comes second. Because they'll be like, oh, man, you guys are treating me like that. How much is it? And they will never complain about that. But patients and you these people are after money. Yeah. So, and when you're after money, just after that, we don't want to be a factory. We just want to take care of people. And if you take good care of people, your bank will smile.
Good. Cindy ako wapi?
Cindy ako job.
Ulimuacha?
Cindy ako job.
Ulimuacha. Tunatuma salamu zetu pia. You made a very good deal. Like it was.
Ni mtaje. Sasa umemtaja, and she'll be very happy.
Really, Cindy, hi, I'm a fan. Like I was that collaboration between you guys was amazing. So I think if you guys you're good, then Cindy, hi.
I go everywhere with her. She's one of my best nurses.
Beautiful. Sawa sawa. You go out.
Did finish telling them. So the dental spa, the riverfront.
Details is on the screen, but you can say it.
Yeah, the dental spa, the riverfront. That's on Chiromo, Riverside Drive at Chiromo, opposite Chiromo Funeral Home. Chiromo Funeral Home. I have a story for that. When my dad passed on, he was laid there before he was buried. So every time I used to go to school, because we are next to the campus. So I used to pass by there every single day to school and every single day in the evening. And I said, I'll probably never come back here. And I have to pass by there every single day to work and out. You see, now you can't always whine about stuff. So now you're always sad because you remember that your old man used to lie there before he was buried. Yeah, so in whatever circumstances that life puts you in, you see. So in my mind, I'm like, he's proud of me when I pass by there every single day.
Beautiful.
Yeah, anyway, the riverfront 4th floor.
Yes. No, he's proud. He's proud. So I appreciate you for coming.
Thank
Go
you so
out
much,
there
Lynn.
and blossom.
For
I swear, guys, this is not even an ad. This is not even an ad, but I love when I see people doing. For me, every time I see people conquering their fear, it's something for me. When I see people doing what they know they are supposed to do unapologetically, it's a win for me. When I see people living the life they've always imagined, because at the end of the day, I say, for God has given us all these things so that we can enjoy. Why are we shrinking? Why do we feel like we don't deserve where we are in life right now? So go out and conquer. May dental spa be national wide. May we have branches everywhere. If I am in Kisumu, I want to find one there in Mombasa, one there Murang'a, one there,
That's the goal,
may it be everywhere, because again, you've inspired so many young people. Look at you, you're doing it. But it comes with a lot of things, and I keep saying there's no shortcut for success. You gotta put in the work, whether you like it or not. You gotta be disciplined about it. It's consistency, even on days you don't feel like doing it. Do it.
You have to do it.
Those are the days that matter. Those ones where you don't feel like having or doing a show.
That's true.
Imagine after you do that show, you feel very rejuvenated. Like I nailed. I wasn't
that's usually
meant.
the one
that's always the one.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add before we say bye?
No.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Sawa doc, salimia watu wako kwa
Nitawasalimia wote.
hospitali.
Yeah.
Me, I'll pass by.
Please come.
Yes, honestly,
Yeah,
I'll pass
we'll put
by.
an implant there.
No, if you're gonna do it for, there's one person I want you to do it for.
Okay.
He does our subtitles, the beautiful captions translated from Swahili to English.
Okay.
And I know he's having a bit of
No
a struggle.
I will
So
sort that out.
I'll trust you to
Yeah, we'll sort
take
that
good
out.
care
Yeah.
of him. Sindio?
Yeah.
Right. So guys, I hope you have learnt a lot. What a chilled, conversation. What a chilled episode of Inspire Global. You see, nowadays I even put this here because
yeah.
I know right now I know we are here, but I know we are gonna use so now I know we it's here for a reason. I want everyone around the globe to be inspired by stories that have impact. So guys, let me know on the comment section what your take home is. If you want to get hold of Dr. Macharia, the contact details of course are also on the screen. The location details, I'll also pin their socials on the comment section. Go and get your teeth checked. But I know this conversation was not even more about it. It was about follow your dream. Shamelessly go out there and conquer what God has placed in your heart. And I know it's always a struggle sometimes when we want to give our parents the best, yet we are not even experiencing the best ourselves. But I know everyone who has watched this, and there's a bit of similarity between your story and Dr. Macharia, just feel inspired. Your day too is coming. Lakini the principles of success are the same. There are things you have to do to get where he is right now. So let me know what your take home is on the comment section. And of course, to say thank you so much to our incredible partners of today's conversation, Kings Developers Limited. So Doc, ukiona watu wanataka apartment, hata ukitaka tusema ili for Lynn, guys, go check out Kings Developers Limited. They won't fail you. Very ISO certified. I like working with credible people, making sure that I am aware you will watch this video and it will be on the internet 10 years to come. I don't want a comment that says, Lynn, I got scammed by these people. And that's why I only work with very few and credible people. We've done all our due diligence, so check them out for their flexible payment plans. They have affordable places. And I always say there's no competition in life. You have 4 million, you have 9 million, you have 30 million. They have something for everyone. So check them out. And of course, to say thank you to my incredible team for putting this work together. I don't take it for granted. So how about I see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. And if you want to get hold of me, you know where to go. info@lnn.digital. That's where I'm at. Guys, be blessed. May your hustle be blessed. And remember the mantra and our saying at Inspire Global. No matter what you do, be proud of it. There is no shame in hard work. Sawa sawa. Bye-bye.
The process. One day your life is gonna change. Keep on believing. You will be better than before. So trust the process.